All right, let's go over the short-term scenarios again. The last video, I had this as A, B, C, B. I was looking for a C wave down here. We did not get that in those 2 days. It came down here to 1040, but we have to adjust based on what happened, obviously. So what I think the scenarios are, the most likely one is this is a very small C wave here. And so this is the overall B wave. And then this is a first wave up. And we're in the middle and we're finishing a second wave here. If that is the case, we'd be looking for a third wave up here to about 1196, pullback, and then something up here around 13 bucks. Fill the gap at 1290. That's the first scenario. That's probably the most likely scenario. Second scenario is the A wave is right here. ABC B, and we get 5 waves up here to the 1130 gap fill. That ends up being the overall B wave. And then we come back down here to finish off the C wave. That would make this A, B, and we would still get a move up here for the C wave. So my top 2 scenarios both have this going up to 1290 to 13 bucks. It's just one of those scenarios we already pretty much bottomed, potentially one more low tomorrow. In the second scenario, we still have a lower low to go, but we should come up here to 1130 first. The third scenario is very unlikely, but it is possible based on the chart, would be that we are going to go ahead and get that move down here to 785 over with. So we'd be looking at this like W, X, Y. This is A, B, C. Let's see if this makes sense using a parallel line. So a parallel line says about 7 bucks if this were to come down. How would this make sense on the smaller time frames? Well, we did get an impulse down, and we haven't broken that high here at 1165 yet. So this technically could be A, B, C, second wave. Get rid of these now. And then from there, we go like that, down. And it hits down here around 7 bucks, maybe 785. So that's 5 waves down, ABC up, and then 5 waves more down, the 1.61 fib of the W wave right here. Where is that at? That is at 785. So you can see how I got the 785. I'm not just pulling numbers out of my ass. So those are the 3 scenarios. There's 3 scenarios. We have probably the most likely scenario is going to be this being a first wave, this being a second wave, and we're ready to go higher. I think that the market overall either has one more low like this, or it already bottomed and we're ready to go higher. If it comes lower, maybe it comes down here to 510 to 515, and then it's ready to go higher. So SOFI would probably make one more low, maybe down here to the bottom of this, maybe 1020 or so. But then from there, it should be going up. And I think with earnings, if earnings are good, we could get a temporary relief. But in the long run, I just don't think that all this tariff stuff, even if we have good earnings, is going to be enough. The earnings are going to be enough to override all the macro stuff that's going on. And so if we do come up here to 13 bucks, I'm still looking at this like A, B, C down here. So I don't think there's a very good odds that we bottomed yet. But the thing is, we have probably 20 to 30% upside over the next month or so up here into this area. Another thing to think about is I don't think that we're going to get above the 100 here, which is at 1430. And I don't think we're going to get above the weekly 20, which is up here at 1429. So that is pretty much the breakdown on the shorter time frame. Two of the scenarios are very bullish. The third scenario is bearish, and it says we already topped out here at 11, whatever that is, 1168 or whatever, 1166. The good news about this one, though, is we'd probably be finished within the next month or so down here. And then you'd want to go majorly long. We'd start the move up to 30 bucks from there. So it's either get it out of the way right now, or it is up here to 1213 and then have a big move down after that. So that's the update for today. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I will catch you in the next video.